Hi, in today's lesson you'll be learning about stative or state verbs. What are they and how to use them? Keep watching until the end when there will be a short quiz to see how much you've learned. So first up, what is a stative or a state verb? They mean the same. A stative verb is one that, as the name suggests, describes a state and not an action. And most importantly, aren't usually used in the continuous form. So stative verbs often refer to thoughts and opinions, such as the verbs agree, believe, doubt, guess, imagine, know, mean, recognize, realize, remember, suspect, think and understand. For example, I don't know the answer, not I'm not knowing the answer. Or my parents understood everything, not my parents were understanding everything. Stative verbs are used with feelings and emotions also, such as dislike, hate, like, love, prefer, want, wish, need, and matter. So you say, I'm hungry, I want something to eat, not I'm hungry, I'm wanting something to eat. They are also used to describe how things are or seem to be. So verbs such as appear, resemble, suppose, exist, be, feel, hear, look, see, seem, smell and taste. For example, these flowers are beautiful, not the flowers are being beautiful. Everything seems fine, not everything is seeming fine. Also, your friend appears to be nervous and not your friend is appearing to be nervous. Stative verbs often show possession, measurement and inclusion and include verbs such as belong, have, measure, own, possess, weigh, include, contain, consist of and fit. For example, that old suitcase belongs to me and not that old suitcase is belonging to me. Or the city guide contains useful information and not the city guide is containing useful information. And finally, stative verbs are used with relationships. For example, I appreciate all your help and not I'm appreciating all your help. Many verbs can act as both action verbs and state verbs depending on the context. So for example, have, you could say I have an old car. This is expressing a state of possession, so we use the present simple. Whereas I'm having a quick break. Here we use the present continuous and it's describing an action. It's an action in progress, so it's not a stative verb. Let's look at two examples with the verb see. Do you see any problems with that? Here we're describing a state, an opinion, so we use the present simple, whereas we're seeing Chris tomorrow afternoon is describing an action, like we're meeting him tomorrow afternoon. Now the verb to be. We can say, he's so interesting. This is describing a state, his permanent quality, so we use the present simple. Whereas if we say, he's being very unhelpful, this is describing an action, as if he is temporarily behaving this way. Now the verb taste. This coffee tastes delicious. This is describing a state. It is describing our perception of the coffee. Whereas if we say, look, the chef is tasting the soup, here we are describing the action of tasting the soup. Now weigh. The box weighs 2 kilos. This is describing a state, a permanent quality. Whereas if we say, they weighed the parcel at the post office, this is describing an action. So we can use the continuous form here. The verb think. I think it's a good idea. This is describing a state, an opinion, so we can use the present simple. Whereas if we say, wait a moment, I'm thinking, this is describing the action of thinking, so we can use a continuous form. Be careful, some verbs usually considered stative verbs can be used in the continuous form. For example, you can use want and mean in the present perfect continuous. I've been meaning to phone you. This is describing an action of meaning or intending to phone you, but not actually getting round to it. It is more of an expression, but interestingly uses the continuous form with mean. Also, I've been wanting to buy these shoes for weeks. Again, want isn't usually used in the continuous form, but here the present perfect continuous form is correct. So now it's your turn. Fill in the gaps with either options A or B. Remember, a stative verb generally can't be used in a continuous form, and if in the context it's describing an action, it can't be a stative verb. 1. Are you making dinner? It blank amazing. A smells, B is smelling. Smells, this is a state, so we use the present simple. 2. I blank, they'll be here quite soon. A, imagine, B, I'm imagining. Imagine, again, a stative verb is required as it's expressing an opinion. 3. I blank lunch with Freddie later today. A, have, B, am having. Am having, as this is describing the action of having lunch. 4. I'm sorry, I blank. A, don't understand, B, am not understanding. I don't understand. This is a stative verb as it's describing a state, describing your thoughts. 5. Joe thinks it's a good idea and Lily blank. A, agrees, B, is agreeing. Agrees, as again it's describing a state or an opinion. 6. I blank this mango to see if it's ready to eat. A, feel, B, am feeling. I'm feeling, as this is describing the action of feeling the mango. 7. Do you know what I blank? A, mean, B, am meaning. Mean, as it's expressing a state, an opinion. 8. She blanked the doctor at 3 p.m. today. A, sees, B, is seeing. Write your answer down below and I promise to give you feedback on your answer. So that's it for today. I hope you feel more confident using stative verbs. Remember to like this video if you found it useful and share it with your friends and colleagues learning English. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any new lessons. And click the bell so you're notified each time a new lesson comes out. Take care and see you very soon. Bye bye.